Good evening, and this Ripple Red opens on the whole life of the pair, because yesterday's question needed a finished day to answer. Every closed week since listing, drawn from zero with the shading anchored on the $1 line, so this life splits into the weeks that closed over $1 and the weeks that closed under. The record stands at 3.66, and price is 72.4% under it. The deepest week ever printed 10.13 cents, and it was no glitch. It closed a quarter under its own open, and the next three stayed under 20 cents. Everything shaded below the dollar line is 321 weeks of 432, and those are the same weeks that closed under today. 3/4 of this life. Now shade the last 52 weeks and stretch that slice across the panel. On the same price axis, it becomes 364 finished sessions, with a ceiling at 3.35 and a floor 1 day old. Both ends of that year are prints, and neither one is a close. The ceiling came in a session that opened 3.27 and finished at 3.08, 3/4 of its own range handed straight back. The floor is the session we were waiting on. So here is the answer, and it arrives in two halves. The first half is yes. Across 364 finished sessions, nothing traded lower than 99.15 cents, and that print is 1 day old. The second half is no. Not one session in that year closed down there, and the session that printed it closed 314 ticks above its own low. And this is the number the whole read rests on. Of those 364 finished sessions, not a single one closed lower than the last closed hour on this file. 0 out of 364. 3 of them traded down here, and 2 of those 3 are the newest sessions on the file. On closes, the year has never been this low. Its lowest finished session sits 30 ticks above where the hour just closed, so price is under the entire year with no day agreeing yet. Take that low session out of the year and give it the whole frame. One daily candle. It opened at 1.01, it printed 99.15 cents, and it closed at 1.02. Now open the candle. Inside its own height, each one at its true price, are the 24 hours that built it, and the container stays drawn around them so the scale never moves. 1 hour made the low of the year, and it is the 15th of the 24. Only 2 hours of that whole session traded under $1, and only one of them finished there, at 99.45 cents, the lowest close on this file. Everything after that hour went the other way. The session's high came 7 hours later, and each of the last 7 hours closed above where the session had opened. So the day that owns the low of the year finished higher than it began. Widen out from those 24 hours and the working file arrives. 999 finished hours, from 99.15 cents up to 1.18. That band is 8.2% of the year's height. 12 of the 999 hours closed under the last one, and 10 of those 12 belong to the session you just watched open. The same price on 3 clocks. Above 1.2% of the 999 finished hours. Above 0% of the 364 finished sessions. And above 74.3% of 432 finished weeks. 26 hours have finished since the previous read. All of them closed above the floor of the lower zone, the band that reads 1.01 here, and 21 closed above its ceiling. The zone above took 5 prints and no close. A last scan, definition first. A bar taller than 40% of its own open. The weekly life holds 34, the finished year 1, the hourly file none. On closed bars, the day is down 0.37%, strength 41.5. Analysis, never advice. New counts land every day, so subscribe to keep score with us, like the video if the rules earned it, and share it forward.